OGIAME. Kwa. Enebel ogolu otunre. Then ka dani were. Torí nìkan. To ka gbe photo jiji. To ka gbo fonrin. Ete yan awogwo ogbi baba. That ma gbe won te san gbarode. So mo wa be. Dajere ripa. Gentlemen of the press, electronics and prints, we welcome you to the 6th of 4th anniversary of His Majesty OGIAME Atowashi III Chef Arodo of Warri, our torchbearer, our leader, our benefactor, OGIAME. Ajololo Baba. Your Majesty, ordinarily on the agenda is for your son, Comrade Estegiwa Minor, Naik President and member of the Ishekiri National Youth Council Interim Committee, to give a brief speech. We are still awaiting his driver. It's on this note, Your Majesty, we want to crave, he has come, okay. Your Majesty is here. So please, let's sustain this silence as he delivers his speech. OGIAME. Please, the brief drama sketch, get ready. Drama, get ready. Don't share yet. After everything before you share. After this, before you share. Go that side.
OGIAME. So, an address to His Majesty OGIAME Atuashe, the third CFRO, Olu of Warri, on his 4th coronation anniversary, held Saturday, 23rd August 2025. It is with deep humility and profound sense of honor that we, the Shekiri National Youth Council, stand before Your Majesty today as your children, your subjects, and the future custodian of our great kingdom. We bring greetings from the vibrant and determined youth of Warri Kingdom, young men and women who are proud of our rich heritage, inspired by your leadership and committed to the preservation and advancement of the Shekiri nation. Appreciation for Your Majesty leadership. Your Majesty, since your accession to the throne, we have witnessed a new era, one defined by peace, dignity, vision, and international relevance. Your bold step in promoting unity, advocating for justice, investing in education, and attracting global attention to our kingdom have not gone unnoticed. You have restored the pride in our identity as a nation in Warri Kingdom. You have challenged us to think beyond boundaries, and you have shown the world that Warri Kingdom is not only an ancient greatness, but also modern in purpose. We, the youth, are inspired by your exemplary leadership. OGIAME. So, our pledge as the youth of Warri Kingdom, Your Majesty, the Shekiri National Youth Council stand united in purpose to defend the interests of the Shekiri nation, to promote education, enterprise, and civic responsibility among we, the youth, to work together with sincerity of heart and integrity to achieve a common front, to handle leadership with a sense of purpose, ideology, and vision, to promote our cultural land and value in the face of modern challenges. We join hands with your leadership to ensure that the lights you have brought to the kingdom keep on shining without diminishing. As the psalmist says, children born to a young man are like arrow in the warrior's hand. We are the defendant of the kingdom, heritage, and value, and this would do as God keep us alive. In recent time, from the period Your Majesty has declared support for the youth leadership and participation of youth under the ages of 18 to 40, the age bracket, our youth have shown capacity in different areas like peaceful demonstration of protest, coming out with solution to the war declaration by INEC, which is the recent attack in the political life of our nation. Please, all you put your hands together for this. The youth since then have started demanding their rights and privileges within the various communities we belong to, seeing that the development of our community is placed in an high esteem by our community leadership. We will not relent on this struggle because we understand that the greatness of our youth destiny lies within us. We acknowledge the enormous responsibility before us, but with your guidance, we are confident, and we are not just the leader of today, but we are the defendants of tomorrow, and today, and the world nation at large. Support and collaboration with the throne. We have reaffirmed our loyalty to the throne and our commitment to work with your Reverend Office to address matters that concern our people. This includes political representation and inclusion, youth empowerment and employment, cultural preservation, equitable development in our oil-rich bearing communities, We want to use this medium to solicit Your Majesty to please constitute the INYC executive via the proposed election proposed by the adopted charter. As this is most necessary and important as present, which will give us common front and direction. We are prepared to serve, to speak with one voice, and to act with wisdom under your spiritual and royal direction. May the Almighty God continue to bless your reign with peace, wisdom, and divine protection. May Warri Kingdom rise and flourish in unity, strength under your reign. May the youth uphold the Shekiri name with pride and purpose. May we give a standing ovation to the King Solomon of our time, Janepo Osondada, Ekun, Bogede Oson, Afamasi, the sunshine of Warri Kingdom. OGIAME! So, long live Your Majesty, long live Warri Kingdom, long live Nigeria, long live Comrade Siategiwa Osheminomi, Youth Coordinator, Naik National President.
Thank you very much. Mobi Ashekale. Indeed, your undiluted loyalty to His Majesty is not in doubt. In Jesus' name. Right? Your Majesty. The drama troupe, please. It's your time now to perform, please. The drama presentation is The Risen Youth, a play to depict the role of community youth in opposing mismanagement and embezzlement of community resources. And the time allocated to you is 15 minutes. Raunore, Tete Woko, Woko Gbe. And the doctor. Once more, the theme is The Risen Youth, a play to depict the role of community youth in opposing mismanagement and embezzlement of community resources. 15 minutes. You've taken 2 minutes.
Nesima meinti neye o. Nesima meinti neye o. Nesima meinti neye o. Nesima meinti neye o to walewe. Nesima meinti neye o. Nesima meinti neye o. Nesima meiti neye o. Nesima meiti neye o to walewe. Nesima meiti neye o. Hey, we are bene. Hey, we are the great Warri Kingdom, the kingdom that was known for great caliber of men. Men like Chief Okotiebo, Don Numa. Today, the same Warri Kingdom, our communities have no access road, no potable water. The youth have no job. Ew. Warri Kingdom. And in case you are wondering how we got to this point, this is how we got to this point.
Olaga, 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 Olaga,
Olaga, Olaga, Olaga, Olaga, Olaga, Olaga, Olaga, Olaga. Olaga. Do baba. Egeyo. Do baba. Do baba. Baba. Ogore. Temigi company rẹ̀ fẹ́ gbé wá. À ń gbé wá rẹ̀ o. Ogore. Tèmi gbẹ́ná la rẹ̀ gbàdúgbà igi àgbé wá. Wọ́n máa kí mẹ́ka kan náà ṣàwé o. Ẹ̀ náà kún tẹ fẹ́ ṣe náà ṣàwé. But ògo ètò gbà ń wáwé. Màá dé wá gbà mí ṣẹ́ rẹ̀ gbẹ́rẹ́. Ìwọ́n máa kí pẹ́ńṣẹ́ ni ká ṣe náà ṣàwé rẹ̀ o. Pẹ́ńṣẹ́ mọ̀. Wọ́n náà wá sí. Bá tẹ̀rẹ̀ kí o.
Mo dọ́pẹ́.
Bàbá.
Tí wọ́n ṣe máa.
Máàmù gbà.
Tí wọ́n ṣe máa.
Máa kí gbóni ekó ní gíní bí wọ́n pẹ́ ń wé rẹ̀ o. Máa kí gbóni ekó kẹfọ́ kí ògo ẹ wá rẹ̀ o. Èyí tẹ̀rẹ̀ o kà mú sẹ́yìn.
Tí wọ́n ṣe máa.
Do baba.
Mo dọ́pẹ́ pẹ́.
Do baba. Do baba. Do.
You see, tí wọ́n ṣe máa. This position you are holding now. You see this position. If you want to be there for 40 years. 50 years. Forever.
Yes, sir.
I'm with you. Those are.
Do baba. Do baba.
Ashafupete. 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 Ashafupete.
Ojo yi baba. Asubiaro. Do baba. Do baba. Do baba. Baba. Ara no yo butu o. Ebopo. Esun ti won se o. Ogo tene ka penje na jawe. Esun to ka se na ra re. Moto ti toto ra we. Mo ri won. Ogo mi re wa re. Baba. Wo ma na. Wo ma ja jawe. Ene fe develop ro. Penje. Wọ́n ẹ fẹ́ ṣe. Wọ́n rajà wé. Òkú èkẹ́nẹ́ kú yẹn skúlù tá a fẹ́ kọ́ gbẹ́ mẹ́tẹ́tì hàn. Òkú èkẹ́nẹ́ kẹ́ǹfọ́. Bùṣẹ́ tẹ̀lé fẹ́ mú gbọ́ mẹ́ hàn. Bọ̀tì pẹ́ńṣẹ́ wé náà kàn. Wọ́n ẹ wá ká ṣe.
Tọ́ṣẹ́mà.
Yẹ́sù.
Yẹ́sù.
Dọ́ bàbá.
Yẹ́sù.
Wọ́n máa gí òjò ìbàbá wo ṣe rán. Ẹ̀ ní ìwé tẹ̀lẹ́gbà pẹ́ńṣẹ́ ní àṣàwé tẹ̀lẹ́wà mú tẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀. Mo mú tọ́ làjà gbẹ́ rẹ̀ hàn. Tẹ mo mú wá wé bàkí.
Tọ́ṣẹ́mà.
Máa kí gbóni okó ní egi mo mú tẹ ẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ hàn. Ògùn mìíràn kẹfọ́ gbọ̀rọ̀ kà pé náà wà. Ọmọ àwẹ̀ ẹni ní táìmà ẹ̀nà àjàwé do.
Look at me. I'm right behind you. Anytime, any day. Go and bring more money.
Ojo yìí bàbá.
Go and bring more.
Ojo yìí bàbá.
Hey, do.
Then wàá pẹ́ńṣẹ́ rán.
Yes, o. Dọ́pẹ́.
Do.
Yes, o.
Mona li. Egaraja. The chief priest. Mokia.
Mo
Asubi.
jẹ́.
Do.
Àkàrà òkèjì náà sàn o. Èyí tó fẹ́ mọ́ ná léwé ní kárí iṣẹ́ àgbọ̀n.
Wọ́n máa kí èèbọ̀ wà rẹ̀ ká ṣe pẹ́ńṣẹ́ náà jà ẹ́ sí. Èèbọ̀ wà rẹ̀ òwe ń ṣí ọmọ ẹ̀bùrọ̀ kan. Wọ́n máa kí wù yútù gbogbo owó tágbà mú ọmú jẹwé. Oníwèé tẹ̀nugbá dájà ẹ ní. Dẹ́nẹ̀ ká ṣe pẹ́ńṣẹ́ rọ̀hún. Bẹ́ẹ̀ máa tàbí ojú wọ. Òun ń ṣe múgbẹ́mi débi múgbú wọ. Ògówé onúwọ́ kàtà gbé wá dàgbà develop àjàwé. Ògówé àgbé wá rẹ̀hún. Tẹ̀rẹ̀mù mú wá. Àmùgbà. Tèfẹ́ múgbẹ́ ẹ̀wé má kí gbóni ékó ni o. Àjàwé ẹni ìnáwó tó ẹ fẹ́ ṣe ní èyí ogó tèrè o bàbá àgbà.
Kú ẹ̀.
Àwa.
Mẹ́ńdò kú ẹ̀. Wò kàró. Ebi ẹ̀ka pọ̀ nígbà jù wọn. Ẹni bí wọ́n tẹ̀ fún tó. Òpé má bò tutọ̀ gbára. Ègbélé máa tún àjà titan ẹ̀sán kàwọn gbá sóró. Owó ta gbé wá dàgbà ṣe àjàjọ. The money that is meant for the development of our community ọ̀wọ̀ gbé wá dẹ́nà ẹ̀pẹ́ńjẹ. Èmi ọjọ́ ìrè, I'm not a party to it.
Ebi wá pọ̀ wọ̀.
I'm not a party to it. Oro we ra to egbe kube ma du odaro. Gbowe kube. Ma du okwo gaju mi. Onu epeju ola. Awari ane.
Oku e wa si.
Ene wari ane na ja. Ma du ogbowe kwa gaju mi.
Where moto? Okay.
Oli bikadu ha.
Erame. Ado. Jadotu. My people. Ado. Amagi. Temigawe. Di mo fi ofo around. Womagi. Di time gba rogwa mo no rent gba travel America gba rebo de wrong. Temigba wana jawe. Newe temigba awa. Temigba mogo gbanga. Mo wa my dem wa gba swaja. Mo ri agara de re. Mo fe jubo. My dem mu ti egba. Mo be agbe igba dowo ni o. Ado. Alice. Stephen. What are you guys doing here?
Olaga.
Ebobo.
Olaga do. Niko gbe wa.
Mo gbogo.
Oh.
Temba wana jawe.
Mo to aja no nwe.
Mo magi mo ka pe gba dede ma wana ja. Ado. Where ajawe? Ugbe an na jawe ron. Awa daja eni. Ama worry. Tenega ni your way and not shown to where I gba asan gba. Ama worry. Mo mu te wa. Mo magi ma wana ja. Ne we temi gba mu te gba mo bi an gba o.
Waka biogo. Tagida bajolaja. Bagido do ba se penje Nigeria limited.
And this me wona bo for wa we.
Aka mogo bere bagibe gida bajolaja. Da ba se na ja wa gi penje Nigeria limited.
And this boys me wa ku igbe o.
Owo tagida bajolaja.
Mefe.
And this my boys will beat you.
Make a shi penje.
And listen,
my
boys will deal with you. Uwo. Ebi wa pa ana jawe o.
Go.
Ebi. I'm not worried. Ado. Irame. Ado.
Where career ya? Ola to graduate in this school. You've graduated over 10 years. No job, POS on ba she. At least you 10,000 bemi, you 20,000 bemi. You ba le laga ba she laga. Where your destiny and the future of your children. Olaga wa je de tan boy. Woka shikale gi olaga ona ba lele. Olaga to ni lo ni Dubai. To ni lo ni Lekki. Oni lo ni Naija. Where are you? Omogobe. Ogo when the coffee bashi. Where are you? We've got it to work anyway. Where are you? And me give that mouth that for Nara. I'm so sorry. No.
Any marker go remove him.
Wo magi ola mi make her like ba wo esan but unto olaga no ba se esan na benje Nigeria limited we ka pian wo ma tene wa se ene wa gba nu mara bagi then e ba buri oparun male gigi yeye ki yeye to ka jogo aja da ka bu male ba da ku ene baba o ya da
o ba se te yiwe mo wi na
olole economy
ai gba bi baba
emi oje enre ni kan fe asoju e ni kan fe
daba
anfa agbabi ogbe mi re have you guys come to give me money
daba
ni kan fe
ma bi no sir we ri ene to show otu flaja to shi youth in aja ene ka mu na arabagi da ne wa ba buru wo un ti trust shema bi olaja no ba se ni na aja newe esan so ene fe do bene ba gibi malere da wokabu malebi ye ki ye to ka joga ja te fe jola ja da dede ku
Oyo mara o ka shi oyo gbe mi nonuwe gan to shi youth aja gan euro dere o ka gbe o gbe gba yala jawe owó tá gbé wá tá bá ṣajajo Our pen ban, our Kagwajawe. Amago, by Shogona, by Shitupa, by Koli, by hospital. Ulia Kopu, me, and Dagopu. I don't buy going by or 200 the win. Ola Kakani, you know, Beno, Bakanilo, Boom, the day, and whoop away, and Babayaja. Osa, and we. My shepherd. Don't buy Guaja, don't buy Joaja the day. It was Sambao. I want now to put a mamma near Washabao. I did the Guaja the day. I did the Joaja the day. It was Samba. I want now to two. I want to buy your name. It was Sambao. I did the Togaja Massa. It was Samba. It was Sambao. It was Sambao. It was Sambao. And they told about Guaja. Negari. Make it Banshi. Onue Pajola. Shaki Gimene Migu. Ali Akelegi. Yeto Jimino. Mio can or Akbeshu. Aka Jimio by Shuk Sangwe. Nikasi Fede Shebambo Jawe.
Yes. For the wages of sin is death. But no father delights in the death of his children. Therefore, let everyone that do evil stop. For the time has come. The youth shall no longer keep silence. Never again are we going to stand and watch our community get wasted. Never again are we going to watch our resources being thwarted. This is a call for every well-meaning Ishakiri. This is the time to make this kingdom great again. This is the time to walk with our great king, Ogiame, Atuwashe III. Long live Warri Kingdom. Long live Ogiame, Atuwashe III. Ogiame!
Lucky.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty, a wonderful drama piece. They adhere to the time given to them. They did it for 15 minutes. Let's put hands together for the drama troupe. And the Dr. Anshi. All right, among those that acted, missing phone among the participants. Please come and collect. Thank you. All right, we want to, Your Majesty, with your kind permission, we want to move straight to paper presentation. And the first presenter, Group 1. Please, 15 minutes. If possible, make it 10:10. Please, we'll beg of you. Group 1, please. Ajo Yao. Group 2, get ready. 3 and 4, get ready simultaneously. I'll go. 2 minutes is away from your time.
OGIAME, His Majesty, OGIAME Atuwashe III, Council of Chiefs, present here. INYC. Osinwe and Fair. Standing before you, with your permission, sir, permit me to stand on the already existing protocol. My name is Comrade Toyo Ojobu, and we are here to talk about leadership failure and the cause that led to unemployment. Leadership, as we all know, is the bedrock of every foundation. Leadership upon which every society thrives. There is no society that succeeds today, His Majesty, without a visionary pioneering the affairs of the community. And this is what this INYC stands to represent. The youth of today have decided to take up their vision in their hand, as well as to lead with full potential. With me on this issue is my brother, none other than Comrade Joseph Ekutele. Please.
Oga. INYC. Osaiwewe Onefe. I'm Joseph Ekutele. Without following the script, if you have been affected by bad leadership, you don't need a paper for you to express your pains. Because one way or the other, I don't know how to explain to my kids that are unborn that we have just 3 oceanic oil wells all over West Africa. And out of these 3, we have 2 operating in Ishekiri land. And we have so many youths unemployed. So the issues of underdevelopment, unemployment, poverty, even though we have pride that we are this and that. But let's talk about facts. We are poor. And we have wealth, but we are poor. These are leadership problems that you don't need books for you to express your pain. Now, we have people who are representing us in different capacities, different aspects, both in federal government, state government, in Shekiri oil companies. These people, what are they doing about the PIA, the Petroleum Industrial Act, that stated that 35% of all their employees must be idiots of that place where they operate. If their hands are clean, I mean those who are representing us, if they are not representing their own interests, because a leader is supposed to be someone that the people send, not for your own agenda, but to portray the people's interests. So what are they doing about the PIA Act, the Petroleum Industrial Act, that also stated that every oil company who are operating in a particular location should relocate their headquarters back to that location where they operate? What are our leaders who are representing our interests doing about all these laws that have been made to promote our people? This is the time this wanted us to speak out and pleaded. When you employ someone and the person is not doing the job that you're employing for, you are free for you to discharge that person, offload him, and employ new workers to come and deliver the job for you.
The problem of unemployment and bad leadership, we must note at this point, is a global problem. It's not only restricted to Warri Kingdom. Now, we want to look at some of the things the IYC structure can do to tackle unemployment. The IYC can, first of all, it all starts with the implementation of the IYC Charter. To tackle unemployment, we need good leadership. With the implementation of the IYC Charter, we are sure that we will have capable hands to lead the youth. After that, the NYC can then identify oil companies and then also do data collection. Also, establish a clear visionary leadership. Of course, we are asking for an NYC leadership, but it's also good at this point for us to note that it is not just IYC as before. We want an NYC that has a clear vision for direction. Also, the NYC can partner with traditional institutions and the local government. This will help us to assess census-like materials, ward level, youth list, and others. The NYC will engage with companies to request employment statistics and press for local content. There are so many more that the IYC can do to tackle unemployment, but this depends on the leadership structure. Thank you.
Thank you.
OGIAME. The subtopic before me is the benefits of data collections. We all know that if we must effectively thrive in our communities, we must know our youth through their age. We also need to know their strengths and their weaknesses. Now, you would agree with me that not all of our youth would prefer the 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. job. Some would prefer to go through the entrepreneurship, and some other would prefer to go through the skill set. So OGIAME would do all of these things, collect the data to ensure that all youth in our communities are well captured. And this process will provide a solution which will give us a clearer view, a clearer picture of unemployment in our communities. And again, we need to ask ourselves, is it true that these IOCs, these companies, they don't really want to employ our youth, or is our youth that are not ready to be employed? This, again, we get through the data collection. We'll put everybody according to their strengths and their weaknesses. Also, we need to engage with the ministries and agencies. We all understand that not only IOCs, we see our federal government agencies. And what about our indigenous contractors? What about companies here in Warri Kingdom, which we have to engage with? So with the INC coming in place, we'll engage all of these strata to ensure that our youth are fully represented, our youth are also gainfully employed. In conclusion, the RNYC is committed to addressing the challenges of unemployment in our communities. With the charter, collecting and analyzing data from RNYC branches, ensuring that oil companies operating in our communities follow the strict attention of the PIA, promoting good leadership, tackle these challenges to drive employment in our communities. With this,
thank you.
Comes to the OGIAME.
Moving forward, Your Majesty, please, announcement. Among the don'ts, when you are sitting or standing before His Majesty, is leg crossing. If you know your legs are crossed, both male and female, please reverse same. So please, if your legs are crossed, reverse. Your Majesty, the next is to be handled by Ms. Orishekiri Awala.
OGIAME, Ojo Ibabad, IYC, Ajamokian. Okay. The next on our list is Group 2. That's the environmental group. Please come on board. 10 minutes for you, please. Group 2. That's the environmental group.
So, OGIAME, we standing before you, want to present a special topic before you that is affecting our community, which is called environmental degradation and land reclamation in the Shekiri community, sir. We are facing difficulties in our community today. Ajamokiao. IYC. IYC. Okay, we have a special topic to present before you, Our Majesty, OGIAME. The topic is called Environmental Degradation and Land Reclamation in the Shekiri Communities. We are facing difficulties in our communities today due to oil exploration, deforestation, etc. This is the reason we choose this topic, because our land needs to be reclaimed back by we, the indigenous and the youth of the Shekiri nation. IYC. I will call on Maris, an environmental specialist, to take the first talk.
Ogiame. Ojo Baba de Demokan. INYC. Orúkọ mi Owenshi Ofegare Eno Untanarose Maris. I'll be talking on environmental degradation and land reclamation. First of all, what is environmental degradation? I'll break it down so we can understand. It's when your land is going back in the reverse manner. It's deteriorating over time due to oil spill, due to gas flaring, due to mangrove deforestation, and due to coastal erosion. Now, ocean surge. What are these major causes? We have the natural causes and we have the anthropogenic causes. The anthropogenic causes is interwoven with the natural causes. Now, let me tell you, IOCs is one of our major problems in our riverine area. Because the IOCs, when we went to Ogidigbe, they told us that the distance between Ogidigbe and Aruton is just like a stone throw. You can tell someone over the hand that I'll visit you in the evening. But now the distance is wide. Because when these IOCs come to our communities, they dredge this river. And when they dredge the river, the Atlantic Ocean would then move with force. Thereby, our shore protection, which our natural shore protection mangrove, is being killed or deforested. So now, what is this? Where can youth now find their place in all this? First of all, we all have social media handles. Now, we have our Facebook, we have our TikToks, we have our... Let's do advocacy. Community what? Advocacy. They have human rights law that can help you. This oil spill is actually a major cause in our communities. Gas flaring. This gas flaring is affecting the atmosphere, thereby releasing greenhouse gases, which is emitted into the environment, causes harmful effects on human. Now, our aquatic life. When this spill gets into the water, it's a threat to aquatic life and also to we consuming this potable water. Where do youth come in, like I said? Advocacy. Advocate. Talk. You don't just sit and... where our community is being wiped away with ocean surge. Speak out. Go to the necessary environmental policies. We have environmental regulation bodies that can help to fight all this. Like I said, the IOCs are a major problem in the riverine area. We have pictures of Ogidigbe, Arunton. We've been to those places. Over time, those communities are being wiped off. As I speak to you, most of them need relief materials. Their communities is being wiped off. No house, no food, no farming, because they cannot live in that kind of residence. Ogiame. And we want Mr. Shine here to continue as he gives us the concluding part of this presentation. Ogiame.
Ogiame. So, my sister here has said a lot. She has given us the reason why we have degradation. Today, I want to tell us what has been done by who? Our king. He is our leader. He has started it. What can be done following Ogiame's footstep? Warri Environmental Stewardship and Advocacy. In March 2025, at an art exhibition in Lagos titled The Intersecting Worlds of Climate Change and the Mangroves and Heart, the Warri launched a powerful appeal for the preservation of the Niger Delta's mangrove forest. He described mangroves as the lungs of our heritage, emphasizing their cultural and ecological significance. He condemned foreign attempts to exploit mangroves through carbon credit schemes, likening to a new form of colonialism. He asserted that such actions threaten both sovereignty and environmental integrity. The OGIAME Atuashe III, CFR the Olu of Warri, highlighted how mangroves offer a natural solution to climate change due to their substantial carbon absorption capabilities. He urged Niger Delta people, including the Chekiris, Ijaws, Robos, and others, to do all they can to preserve our environment. Addressing coastal erosion and ocean surge, like my sister mentioned, Baba has sounded the alarm since 2024. Late 2024, the Olu's liaison office called attention to dangerous ocean surges threatening the Shekiri communities in Warri North local government area, urging federal and state authorities and the NGOs to intervene. We know that our Olori, our queen mother, and our mother, she has done her own part in preserving our environment. In her part, in May 2023, the Olori donated a loved garden and Edu playground to a primary school in Warri South local government area. That place is Iara, and that is where I'm from. Please, can we give a round of applause to Olori? I would like to conclude with my final thoughts.
2 minutes more.
Both the Olu and Olori of Warri are clearly leveraging the royal platforms to drive environmental preservation, though in complementary ways. The Olu leads public advocacy and policy level engagement, fighting for ecological justice, safeguarding traditional lands, and ensuring local communities benefit from their natural resources. Our Olori focuses on grassroots impact, fostering early environmental understanding and sustainability through educational initiatives. Together, they form a dynamic royal front for both ecological protection and the nurturing of future stewards of the environment in Warri Kingdom. OGIAME, for this, we are happy, we are elated, and we say, may you reign forever and ever.
Thank you very much.
Amen. OGIAME. So,
the next group, OGIAME. Ajamokiao. We are calling on the next group, that's group 3. Group Oketa, project monitoring. Please move forward as you present yours. While Antofe Kenri and Lumara Dan Lefuke, Awaki Kani. Group 3, please make it hasty. While Group 4, get ready. Project monitoring, please be fast. 10 minutes, it's your time. Why Group 4 ward delineation and Lumara? I want to be stage way near Hama. Quick stage. Group 4, delineation, please get ready. Group 3, your time start now. 10 minutes, please.
Good day to you all. My name is Madam Edonebi. We are here to talk about project monitoring and community development. We are not here to say much. We are just here to enlighten you, to tell you the problems we are facing in our communities that affect project monitoring and community development. Thank you.
OGIAME. My name is Storisheju Progress Ukudien. I'm talking on project monitoring. Project monitoring is a system put in place to ensure that projects are not only initiated but also completed successfully, transparently, and with a lasting impact. Purpose of project monitoring: 1, to ensure that projects are complete successfully. 2, to have internal and external accountability of the resources used and results obtained. There are some abandoned projects in Warri Kingdom. 1, Cocoa Stadium by Delta State Government, Cocoa Shop Protection by NDDC, Cocoa Oreye Road by NDDC, Ugbodo Medical Center, and many more. My colleagues will continue from here. Thank you.
OGIAME, Afoshe. Okay, orúkọ mi Joseph Okoti. I'll be talking on community development. What is community development? First of all, community development, these are a group of people living together, trying to change their living, trying to better their lives. And we go straight to elements of community development. Elements of community development. Okay. Element of community development. Chogwagege, you have human. Human. Ominigi. Then a kakbarene. Ene yo. Derekede. O mata bisode. Eshande de kajubowa. So o yele. Then a kakbarene. Where do mere olobrane de to win anyway? Dansangwa. And a magbarene. And a wa biye. And then a ka biye bojawe to rini ko. Ira awe. Anokbe negba tin jumbe. And I'm a kuwagege. Mowa fofi. Key approach to project monitoring. Okay, element, physical. Mokwewi element. Physical. Oh, yeah, let them garage now. Oh, yeah, let them car to agene. Torini ko. At where rajere. What de jojina jare. You wrote there. Wagba bode de we wa mini forge where. So oh, yeah, let this sheki dede. Then a car to agene. Ma kwina gege. Finance. Where ogo. Toka waja. O yelere. Dak bogowe. Dak ba beju to aja. Ogowe. Anyama logba jolaja. Ajene wasengwa. Weri wo ma gboko neriwe. Bari tebu. Bari Warri North. Wasokun. Leaders ene bobo to ubowe. Bite ubowe. Aika so ajare o. Ta twaja egegere. That is sakuna we. O yele, gi ogo to ka waja, ogo to ka wini shaki, then a gbagba jolaja, then a ma gwaja juwere. Ama kwina kuro social, weri, o yele then a dimara. Of his social way, o nu se taja de kene kuto ni shaki ka ne.
5 minutes more.
Weri, then a dimara, then a kashushene, to biene. As a shakiri. Ma kuna kuro environment. Then a beju to ajene. Atwe a beju to untuone. Oyo de wak bane wore. Don't make beju. Let me just rush down. Problems of community development. Neglect of responsibilities. Where ama mwe asolaja. Ama mushagbe enaja dual jolaja. Ma gwaja. Jolaja we. Yet another way. No konye to wagbe yegbe o. No konye. Makwina gege. Corruption. Benja. Esa.
4 minutes more.
Makwina kuro. Youth unemployment. Youth anedede. Where who say wash away? Wo marry no do we. Brother give me. Eyo for were o. Ajamokia o.
OGIAME. Submission. From our presentation, I want to give out the submission that we brought before the royalty and the Shakiri nation. And the first submission is formation of local project monitoring committee. Now, we have listed some project that was a burden, and we have given some elements, but how do we not control it? So the first point here is to inaugurate a committee that will monitor projects in our community. Now, from our write-up here, we specify that we should have a community development committee, but that will be powerless without the central body of project monitoring committee. So we suggest that there should be a central monitoring committee from the Royal Palace that will be backed by the Royal Authority and every powerful authority to help us. Now, the next one is regular stakeholder engagement, engaging community youth, trust, and elders council to be involved strictly on development. And we are talking, the next point is transparency and accountability. In transparency, we need to put in place leadership that will be transparent in their authority and the process in which they comes out with their responsibility. And fourth point here is capacity building. The word of God says, faith comes by hearing. Also, fear comes by hearing. Now, out of the mind comes out, whatever we speak comes from our mindset. So, we have need to build capacity for all our leaders. Then, the last point we are presenting here is long-term development planning. The book of Habakkuk makes us to understand that it said, write the vision and make it plain on the table that he who may run. Leadership without vision is a failure, and a vision not communicated is dead. So, we suggest that there should have a long-term planning for development in all our community, presented to the central committee for follow-up, and we should have a project committee that will be going to the state government, federal government, and other cooperation among our community to get out their budget and follow them all in total to make sure there is total compliances. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
OGIAME. My name is Warri Gloria. In conclusion, respected leaders, history will judge us not only by the position we held, but by the impact we made. Let us rise above division and personal interest to safeguard our collective heritage. Every completed schools, hospitals, functioning health centers, and every sustainable infrastructure is a seed sown into our future children and generation. I believe in the greatness of Ishekiri nation. I believe in the wisdom of our elders. I believe in our youths and in the resilience of our people. If we stand together in purpose and action, we will not only complete projects, we will build a future worthy of our name and heritage. May our efforts yield lasting fruit, and may our land prosper in unity and progress. Long live the Warri Kingdom. Long live the King. OGIAME. So.
Group 4, please.
Antofe Keren Awani Yanyene Bie. Group 4 and Lefun. Yes. Group 4. 15 minutes is the last group. 15 minutes.
Women, put your hand together.
Retí mi o, me gbọ́. INEC. What is INEC? Who is INEC? INEC na be the body for Nigeria wey dey in charge of voters card, voting party, and everything wey get to do with wetin election. So for this place, if you know say you not get voters card, you not be Shekiri pikin be that too. If you not get voters card, INEC don't start their process. Make sure say you go back to your community, go do your voters card, so that we go fit stand, take our land, so that INEC not go cooperate with other people, take our land for our hand. Make ba a winner.
OGIAME, I want to talk about delineation, the importance of the INYC, and the mindset of Shekiri from the historical perspective. When we look at the delineation, we have had 6 delineations so far. Warri Federal Constituency.
Monumental fraud, different from the narrative INEC put out there saying that the Shekiris are minority in their homeland. But let's take note of something. Research, data, and this is the hallmark of what we came out with. Imagine if we had gone to bed, or we continue to argue in the previous light of previous litigations and various perspectives of litigations. Maybe the issue would have gone ahead in favor of the strangers living in our land, because I don't like to refer to them as our neighbors, because these are people who are now residing in our land and taking over our land, registering as voters, and of course, now governing our land. Just like the town crier made a call, it is necessary for us to populate our community, and even when we are not residing, when it is time to register, we must go back to our communities to register. Now, back to the issue of delineation. We discover clearly that this fraud was massive and monumental. It is not an oversight or some few errors. Thank God for what we did. That put the light out there to the world that INEC actually committed fraud. And this fraud is actually what has given the majority to the Ijos and Urobo on our land. Therefore, we are saying, as a way to go forward, we must continue to research and collate data, digging deep into every information that we find in our disposal. Now, INEC went about creating communities that are not in existence, renaming them fictitiously. And of course, INEC went outside its jurisdiction. INEC started populating communities that were not in existence hitherto, with numbers of communities and numbers of voters. What we know, naturally, is that in order to populate a particular unit or ward, it is the continuous voter exercise that populates a particular unit. But that wasn't what INEC did. We also found out that INEC went about adjusting boundaries of the Warri Federal constituency to include communities that are not inside Warri Federal constituency, all to give majorities to these strangers. Not only that, INEC cannot determine the population of any geography without relying on the National Population Commission. But INEC failed to do this. Hence, with all this information, we were able to uncover the fraud carried out by INEC. Now, with all these few points, I will not go further. I want my sister, Bonnie, to come and give some more details for different local governments found in Warri Federal constituency. Ogiame.
8 minutes more.
Ogiame. Standing on existing protocol, my name is Orishaku Agbone Awala. I'll be taking quickly on Warri North. On the issue of Warri North on the delineation case, we'll see a lot of places, like my brother rightly said, coordinates that were dropping on water, like for Jakba, Tebu, Bokoda, Oboro. They were not captured at all. Those coordinates were created for our neighbors or tenants, as my brother rightly said. Then for Obeda, Urejusisi, Egoro, Youngtown, and all the areas towards the Warri North axis were not captured. Because by the time these drones were taken there, they saw that these persons, we called brothers, neighbors, have built points, taking our land, collecting our points. And on this, we are begging our brothers, our leaders, please, they should go back home. What our father has rightly told us, go build a structure. It might be 1 room, it might be 2 rooms, so that by the time these persons are going back for INEC registration, they should have something to pick points and not the others for the other people. Let me call on my brother, Lily White, to take on Warri South. Warri Southwest.
OGIAME. My name is Comrade Lily White Esibone, and I'll be talking on the Warri Southwest. Actually, the highest fraud in this delineation happened in Warri Southwest. And I would like to go in a layman's form. All the area today you know as Ogidigbe, they've all been renamed and included to Burutu local government. When they say that they brought in local government from other places, you might not understand. It means that Burutu local government actually shared boundary with Warri Southwest. But as of this moment, they got the 14th ward in the proposed ward delineation through fabrication, meaning they brought in fishing camps from Burutu. They also brought in from Ondo. They also brought in from Edo State to make up ward. You see a situation whereby a ward carrying Okeri Koko, which is the current day Okeriro we know, in Warri Southwest. But the population of that place, the coordinates are from Burutu, from Ugele South, from Ugele Southwest. That's what they do. Now, another thing that they are currently doing, since they know that we've seen this error and we've decided to work towards it with our protests in Abuja and our petitions submitted, they've also started changing them back on those Google Earth. And it is our duty, that's why we are tech-wise, it is our duty to always monitor. Most times we don't need to wait for the leaders. We need to go ahead, monitor these people. They are already doing that. Then the last thing that they have started doing, and I want to appeal to all the Shekiri.
4 minutes more.
This is not just about the youth. Please, they have started taking INEC to courts. And they are not included in Shekiri. In Warri Southwest, you see places like Kusimi, they've taken INEC to court that they need a word. Whereas Ubeji here was not given 1 word. Botrodo was not given one word. Koko was not given one word. But these people are taking INEC to court. So we must be active. Thank you and God bless you.
OGIAME. Swoo. Standing before you, my father, is your son, Uremura Yoshena Sopo. I want to say it's imperative that I lay a foundation of, because I'll be speaking about Warri South, it's imperative I lay a foundation about Warri South. Now, we have, because I've seen some of my age mates, they kind of interwoven it. Now, we have DSEC ward in Warri South, and we have INEC ward in Warri South. DSEC ward is Delta State Electoral Commission, while INEC is Independent National Electoral Commission. We have 20 wards for DSEC. Just like example, in Ubangwe, we have a councillor in Ubangwe. That is for DSEC. But when it comes to INEC, Ubangwe doesn't have its own representative. It is Ubangwe and Orugbo that is a ward. Now, I grew up in Warri. I was born and brought up in Warri. There are names that are alien to Warri that I've never heard. But INEC brought it into existence. I heard a name like Enwe. I've never heard that name. I heard a name like Bolwama. Those are names that are alien to me in my existence, in my 35 years of being born and raised in Warri. So I want Chekiri you to stand up that this could not happen in our lifetime and in our existence. Thank you.
OGIAME. OGIAME. Because of time, we may not be able to go into something which is very important to us today in Shekiri land and Nigeria. Everybody knows that what we use in Nigeria to develop Nigeria that makes Lekki that our leaders love to go to is basically the oil we have in Nigeria, which we have 30%. Even right now, they are saying it's about 33% in oil and gas, which brings us to the issue of Petroleum Industry Act. Petroleum Industry Act, which is the PIA, we'll be talking about its benefits, implementation, challenges we have been facing. We may still have to face if we don't wake up. Links to insecurity, what we are facing today in Warri Kingdom, in particularly the riverine area, where this oil actually exists more. Well, so we won't just be here lamenting. We'll be doing way forward. What can we do as a people? We don't need to be downcast. We'll talk about the PI Act, first of all. The PI Act is a law which regulates the Nigerian petroleum industry. It was actually done and signed into law August 16, 2021. It was put in place by the federal government. It has been a battle by the entire Niger Delta people saying that out of the 100% you are using to develop this country, what is for us? You heard about 13% derivation. You heard about 10% from the entire funds that the oil companies are using. They fought and fought. During Jonathan's time, it was hell. But at the end of the day, due to whatever reasons, Jonathan could not sign it. He exited office in 2015. And when President Muhammadu Buhari came on board, he brought in the issue. He finally brought up the issue again. People agitated. The Niger Delta was not won. And at the end of the day, we have just 3%. Now, if we lick our wounds, we'll now say, brings us back to what we talk about, the 3%, which is what the PIE brings for us. We can actually be lamenting about the PIA being just 3%, and they having 97%. But we are saying, make use of what we have, and that is what brings us to what PIA can do for us. Improve governance, regulate the industry, foster economic growth, both for the oil companies, the government, and also for us, the host community. And it will help support those communities. There are different ways you can support those communities. From that 3%, we are just looking, say 3% is a better money if well managed. That 3% can be used to bring about development in terms of housing units in our villages, which will help us go back home, lights and others. Also, the keynote components of the PIA, we should talk about the NUPRC, yeah, people going there at night, which is the Nigerian Upstream Population Commission, the NMDPR, which is the Nigerian Midstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, the NNPC, and the most important to us, which is the Host Community Development Trust. Overall, this PIA seeks to transform us as a people, but we have challenges. The PIA actually was put in place by government, like most good policies we have in Nigeria, to help address insecurity in the Niger Delta. So you don't just get set and say, I want to begin, I will bust pipeline. It was actually put in place to help the Niger Delta region to promote sustainable development, give basic amenities to the host communities, believing that if they have good things there, they are making money from these oil companies. Not just about the oil company just making money. They will want to stop hostilities. That is what the PIA was supposed to do. But however, there are challenges. We have lack of community development. I want to put it inadequate. Let it not look as if it's complete. Most times, these oil companies operating, they created this host community development trust, and they have so much power. They are the settlers. This law, if you have to look at it, I want to advise every Shekiri youth to go and buy it, study, and know that it is the Bible we all need to fight for our development. But the law actually gives more power to the settlers for now, and we pray that joining with other Niger Delta will push for more powers to be given, resting more on the host communities. You see that these oil companies operating in our land, most of these oil companies operating in our land, they hijack the host community development trust. How do they do this? They look for how to do what they call divide and rule. In Warri Kingdom, you could see when our monarch came in 2021, he had a lot of good plans, and he felt that one good thing that host community development trust can do for you is actually a non-governmental organization, and different international organizations can actually add to that 3% fund. But thinking that if he says, hey, Shekiri, people were clapping, hey, our king has brought 750 million. If it was a trust fund, different other people would key in beyond the Shekiris, international IOCs. And he brought the issue of Warri Kingdom Host Community Development Fund and Trust, the one for onshore, the one for offshore. We also have the one for the chair. We have the areas that our people did not really give too much hope, which is the area of the places where NEPL, Conoye, and others are actually still operating. But being that Chevron, which is the CNL, they are the biggest corporation right now in Warriland in terms of our oils they've been collecting. That is why he brought the issue of the PIA for us to be able to key in and develop our land. However, this has not worked. The reason is because the oil companies do divide and rule. We have registered PIA, but they will choose to manipulate our leaders to fight themselves, while the Ijos and the robots and other tenants in our land are doing theirs. You hear Egbema Development Trust already working. You hear that of Baramatu already working. But ours is not working. Recently, you go to the NEPRC, they tell you that the one that our king has already registered, he said they're leaving from one place. And some of us who were privileged to be there say, why they go leave our king go from one place? And we are told that the one that your king did is actually the one that is registered. It's one of the first ones that were registered. He said, but the people that controls the kingdom, they said they don't want it. The people that control the oil wells, they don't want it. And that is where the youth comes in. The oil companies want to do divide and rule so they can put their puppets there. People that cannot actually calculate what 3% is. People that cannot actually know what it means for you to monitor how these oil companies are using your land. That is who they want to put in place. That is the reason for the fight. That is why Host Community Development Trust, done by His Majesty, has not worked. And it will not work until we have a vibrant youth that will say enough is enough. Shekiri Oye!
So, sir.
That is one of the areas of what we are facing as a people. Also, we want to talk about the way forward. The way forward is community.
Mobile. Shekiri Oye, Eshonwene. Joloki Shekiri.
Shekiri Mokia. Amabinoki Mogia. I also want to talk about way forward. Way forward is community engagement, transparency and accountability, and addressing our concerns. We need to ensure that we as youth, we engage to ensure that we are part of the different structure. If not the board of trustees, we could also be in the management committee or the one which is the advisory committee. And what that brings us to where we want to talk about the insecurity it has brought to us. Our people who want, our tenants who want to be part of these oil wells, the wealth in our land, they have decided what to reside there, use insecurity to drive us from our land. Like what we are facing in Jala, what we are facing in Katu. And it is all about what? Oil politics. And my sister here will talk about how we as a people can go about securing our land. Insecurity is linked to politics of oil and gas. Thank you.
OGIAME. INYC. Osiwe NFA. Very quickly, in the next 5 minutes, I'll be talking about security.
2 minutes, please.
Insecurity is one of the challenges that is facing us in our communities. And some of the problems or things that have led to insecurity in our communities, one is lack of structures. If you go to most of these our communities, there are no structures, no buildings, nothing. And yet there are people in charge of these communities eating from the communities, but yet they don't have any structure in those communities. Another issue facing us, leading to insecurity in our communities, is lack of communication network. Lack of communication network. Most of our communities that have few persons as residents there are no good ways to communicate in some of these communities. At this point, I think I want to appreciate some communities that are doing well in that angle, where, for example, Jakpa community, where we have Oluye Amusboyo as the trust chairman, and we also have Obotraida community. They've also tried to address that issue. Another issue is that of mobility. So one of the challenges facing us, leading to insecurity in some of these communities, is easy access to these communities. You want to travel to your village, but there are no good, no easy means of traveling there. If you are there, you wish to come out by evening or by the next day. If you don't make good arrangements, no boat. But yet we have persons also living in such terrains that have easy access in and out of their communities. Another issue is installation of signposts. We keep saying we have communities here, we have this is Ijala, this is Katu, this is Obontaraida, this is Obitubo, this is this and that. But when you travel along the river, for example, most of the time you find it difficult to identify some of these communities. You don't know when you are leaving the first community to the next one because there are no means of identification in these communities. That is why we have persons who come to dwell at the extreme end or boundaries of these our communities, and at the end, after staying there for 5-10 years, they form a community there because we don't have signposts to mark out our boundaries. Another issue facing us is that of community policing. Most of our communities lack community policing. You travel to the seashores. If you want to visit some of these communities, you see security at the entrance and exit of some of these communities, especially in the riverine. But in most of our communities, we lack this. It's just free flow in and out without being able to monitor who goes in or who comes out of this community. Solutions to this: one, there's an urgent need for construction of structures in these communities. If you don't need $1 million to build in this riverine, if it's whatever amount you have, fix a structure in these communities. It will count for us in time of need. In the issue of communication, there are facilities and other things that can be put in place for us to aid communication in these communities that are of difficult terrain. Thirdly, I want to talk about mobility. There is an urgent need for persons who have the ability to look towards investing in transportation system in our riverine. How can I want to travel to a community in the river and I have to plan for like 2-3 days because of the challenge of getting a boat? And the issue of installation of signposts is an urgent one. Therefore, we are calling on community leaders. Are you a trust chairman? Are you an Olaja? Are you a youth leader? Stand up and fix your boundaries. Stand up and mark out your terrain. It is urgent. And lastly, I want to talk about community policing. How can we have youth in our communities and our communities lack security structures? There is an urgent need to start building community policing. We don't need to go and get the police or soldiers from elsewhere. That is why we have outfits like anti-cult. That is why we have outfits like federal hunters. That That is why we have outfits like the community vigilante. There is an urgent need for community policing. No stranger from anywhere will come and guide your community for you. What is yours, you need not a stranger to protect it. At this junction, we want to say, our Father, that all these topics we have talked about as youth, at least we have highlighted as challenges that are bothering us. And we have looked at it, and we are still looking at it too, to get more solutions to it. All these are things that we wish to do, if given the authority, if given the power to do so. Therefore, our Father, we plead for your support to make us have our own leadership structure. OGIAME!
So, and a doctor, our last act for the day. Okay, our last act for the day. No Mary Bobo. Uboe, I fake Kerry Bene. Mobe, Awanogwa. Call out. I met Adidi. Okay. Ogiame, your turn. Davido, Big Whiskey, and any Shakiri.
Ogiame, Baba, so I'm here to dedicate a song to my king and all to Iwere land as well. And this song is a song of unity. Be it your mother, your father, we are Ishekiri. It's a song of unity that we should love one another. And I'm also using it to say that there are talented people, there are talented youth in Iwere land. There are people who can do it more better than I can do. There are 3 songs in a row. The first one is Who We Are, who we truly are as Ishekiri. The second one is Aliweremi. The third one is Omere. I will be singing Aliweremi, dedicating it to our king. Thank you.
Go ahead, please.
Osare be me, Orewe be me, Aliwerewe. Oh, when I tell you, what Mario to be we now, what can't be what boring now. It's not a mistake, you are born of you wear red blood. It's not a mistake, say mommy na Shekiri. When I see my Omere, I go tell her Omere Boko. Omere keep by me, mo win around, we go rap on. And never for Jenny. Boko wote wa. Mommy me Shakiri, Daddy me Aliwere when I tell wow, Shakiri me oh. Some say we are proud, we are just proud of who we are. If waiting you be no give you joy, turn your back and walk away. Hey, Ogiame. King of water no get enemy. One people, one king. One people, one culture. Esenti mogba duro. Iye mi omare shuli. Osagbo nujo. Udomi. Udomi re toyan. Moma tu ijapa. My people they there. Daloketa. My people they there. Ajamita. My people they there. Bokoda, my people they there. Ukwanja Sapele, my people they there. Mommy me Shakiri, Daddy re Aliwere when I tell wow, Shakiri me Mommy me Shakiri.
Artists, get ready.
Daddy Aliwere when I tell wow, Ishakiri no.
Thank you very much.
Bira and a doctor.
Bira and a doctor. Akbawani. Bira and a doctor. The next artist, please. 5 minutes, it's your time, please.
OGIAME. So,
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
OGIAME. So, Orokomi, so we share you a bit song.
3 minutes.
The song I want to sing today, I want to dedicate it to all the youths and all the beautiful mothers in the house. DJ. Mama.
Do it.
When I was young, Mama fed me, Mama pet me. Lot of pain, Mama felt for me. Things she do, people always talks about it. In the life, people always talks about it. I pray to Jah, Jah bless me. More than that holy oil on me. I place my feet up on the solid rock. That rock that can never be shaken. Me wanna buy Mama Benz. So many niggas keep Mama for the Benz. Tell me, who gonna drive the Benz? Girlfriend you meet yesterday. Remember someone taught you how to wear your clothes, how to wear slippers, how to wear sneakers, never to wear your wrong. So why keep Mama for the Benz? For the Benz. Who are more bakale? Iye mi o. Who are more bakale? Who are more bakale? Iye mi o. Now you I was telling you. In the end of time. Who are more bakale? Iye mi o. Who are more bakale? Iye mi o. Now you I was telling you. More I buy for you, more I dream for you, Mama mio. More I make you proud of. More I do for you, Mama mio. More I do that, more I do this, more I make you proud. More I do for you, more I do for you. Anywhere you want, I'ma take you to. Anything you want, I'ma buy for you. You are my one and only. You are me everything. Me have to shoot for you. Me have to do anything what you want for life. You man.
Thank you very much.
OGIAME.
The next artist, please.
Warri. NYC. I beg and say, Neseni 3 Warri. Warri South. Southwest. Warri North. Warri. Oh yeah now, do one for me. Yeah. It's a song OTA. My lovely father. Worship. Southwest Suka. 3 Warri. Shakiri. 3 Warri. Warri South Suka. 3 Warri. Warri. 3 Warri. Warri North. 3 Warri. Warri North. Je suis des cieux frappés de douane. C'est ma qui est un wishon nale. On me wear it. And in nale. Ali wear it. OGIAME. 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 Owipiene. Owipiane. Otu ratene ba shokan renre. Tene gwemene ba shokan. Tene lemi. Jola jale. Ajayiwe. Malemi sante. Owene tete onpe rare o. Opi owoton. Opi owosi. Irekadi. Mami tokwa. Ha. Shakiri. Owenene. Ekebuja. Owelewe. Towekoneji. Tene kosono. Opianre. 3 Warri. Southwest Suka. 3 Warri. Warri. 3 Warri. South Suka. 3 Warri. Shakiri. 3 Warri.
Thank you very much.
Southwest
Thank
Suka.
you very much.
3 Warri. Warri.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Multinationally.
Thank you very much.
Arena yime na yeshuke. Oh na. Ebi ka pone gbaju wan yewe. Oh na ye. Wo ma ne mi dumu ne gbadon na ye.
Womane mi tumu negba bo tu shere. Nika won gba adegba doneneye. Boro won se abitie. Osamalada kwa kujagba won ye. Oremalada kwa kujagba won. Ajamalada gbibedegbe do ye. Iwere oye agas ogiame gwise agbo maja. Omaja da kun gbagbo pe. Dokume pone na regbo. Oh. Ogiame gwise agbo maja e. Omaja da kun gbagbo pe. Dokume pone na regbo. Oh. Ogiame.
Thank you very much.
Let's go.
Time for our Father to address us.
Listen. Osamalada kwa kujagbewu. Orimalada kwa kujagbewu. Ajamalada gbibedegbedo. Listen. Iwere. Oye agas. Osamalada kwa kujagbewu. Orimalada kwa kujagbewu. Ajamalada gbibedegbedo. Iwere. Oye agas. They don't know. Ogodo yan lilo. Ogodo sana rone. Ogodo sana liyewe. Ogodo sana liwere. Wonagbatumu negba sobiki. Monagbatumu negba sobiki. Ajana tumu negba sobiki. Angade do maja do roje jeneye. Dudumu negba kwa rone. Dukuma pone na regbo neye. Oya dudumu negba kwa rone. Dukuma pone na regbo neye. Osamalada kwa kujagbewon. Oremalada kwa kujagbewon. Ajamalada gbibedegbedo ye. Iwere oye agas ogiame so.
I want to bring in our uncle Cook wants to take.
Thank you. Ogiame, please, announcement, particularly to gentlemen of the press. Among the last activity for today is Royal Choir performance to be performed the church auditorium. But please, it will be called off to enable us prepare for tomorrow. We're going to meet tomorrow morning by 10 a.m. We're all seated awaiting His Majesty's arrival. So finally, the owner of a Nokia phone that fell while Benje performance was going on. Nokia 3310, please. So please, His Majesty is about to address us. Ajamokia, Onuwejo Tabejo. Mo ba jere re pa baba fe benefo. Ajere re pa owo ne fe benefo.
Ogiame. Ajamokia o. Baba kia dede o. Ofoti baba fe ba afo. Oye ashinubo de mi rogba. Esho for me o for roren. We no ba afo. Okashi ofotu no ba toshi igele aja. Ama teje. Igele aja, abawoka pe flower aja. O se ki flower aja wa maju. Ayin se ligbo igele aja re. Ogiame gi won yo bon re awa we. Ojo lo je won ogun gidigbo to ti gba we ketewe gigi. O ye dajo lo gba ajo. Dajo lo we won na gba. Dajo lo maye gba. Dikereko gba swegbe ki Yoruba waro ni do gba san bi sekiri dede ola ama esegido fe gbaja goko je o do no dumune dajawe do san wa ti wegi ni onoran November lọ́dún tó bọ̀ we wọ́n pa ugbajo to we náà ṣí tó ṣe ti NYSC wọ́n pa ní ẹ̀rẹ̀ gbàgede tún ṣe ó kà mú caretaker committee mú jẹ tá ṣé a máa wẹ̀rẹ̀ Bagin da shene we titan. Tre we kigore. E wo no jolorun. Ono barun je gidigbo. Neju enewe uno baje. O yede. Da je joloni. O ka de gi mi ragbe atu ko je bagida joloni. O ka mi ragba to onorun keji. No February no don ye won mu gba. Kúrò ane uno dumu na. Kedikede arigi ikokiri bagidi je wo gonna erewe tu mu gba eje do re gara. O ka le gba fale. Ono mefa obo re ai ne junde o ye do to da mo we to ogun re dagba re no wa ai ene to pe gbo ise o to no re ne keka tu ai wewe keni kede ene wa fe gi antu mu she gbe ushe agbobire o amount agbobi she you don't know it. Ogbubi is a midwife. Huh? Amount to midwife is there. When she shared from we committee way, Dabo Ogbubi youth organization Titon to our level. Are Ubiwe Anegbare, Are Gidigbo, Nini Nyoshe, I shake about 2 hours. Are one already. Unti keneku no gi ta no gi gba kan fo baba ma fore we baba kala fore yi on de do gi da reti run to la wa ka gin do ka je gin ijesi ofo un o ka se to wa gbon tun ta la gin gbagba de rogba o tuera de ta wa gin alati gbobi were alati shere ọ̀rọ̀ fọ̀rẹ́ ògé ènéwè kéwè tó wá ṣe táwa gbọ́ fọ̀gbẹ́ wọ́n wá dèdè gidi dèdè jọ tó dèdè wà ní mi jọ tán alátìrìn náà gbá kẹ́rẹ́ fọ ilẹ̀ bọ̀bọ̀ wé náà tó jẹ́ kí torí tara rẹ̀ tà ń fẹ́ kí tó rawẹ́ rẹ̀ àǹkà tó rò pàkà bí òjìrì ní dòwe má nórí wo dòwe má nórí wo. And then we carry you. We might lay there. We want to meet Jordan Baja. We know you to re. Again, Queer Warri. Alati Mushe. Bu unroka. Today no funny. Oka she or Jory to Amiaja. Une to anemi we. You to mogiwe ya. Ọjọ́rí ọ̀nà tó wá ní mi wọ̀ ẹ̀gbà bí ajáró ó kà ṣe òjì ọ̀dán wọ́n máa bọ̀ òjì ọ̀dán wọ́n máa mọ́tò òjì ọ̀dán kúrò wọ́n máa tó òjì ọ̀dán kúrò wéèdà ṣe fúláwà jàjò ẹ̀rẹ̀ àyín tẹ́rẹ̀ kẹ́dùn ọmọ gín kìtìgín ọ̀nà táwa ní mi nẹ̀. Gbàwé ẹ̀bù ìrẹ́gbìn àárẹ̀ òkà jẹ́ kí ọ̀dọ́ mẹ́rin tó wá gbà rẹ̀ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọ̀dọ́ mẹ́rin gbà tó èèwà gbẹ́dọ̀ bọ̀wọ̀ ọjọ́ ríro èèwà bọ̀ òjì ọ̀dán àwọn ẹ̀wọ̀n fẹ́. àánẹ̀ pò àpòrè ó kàgé ó sàn. Domara ṣe gígí wọ́n fẹ́ kí tóun kókókó rẹ̀ wọ́n aṣòro ní àwọn káàdé gígí wọ́n máa ṣe ọdún 27 wọ́n ní gbígbé rẹ̀ gbà wọ́ wọ́n máa gbọ́ ọdún 27 gbà wọ́ àwọn màgé wọ́n máa mú mẹ́rin múlù 27 ọ̀kan lójì wọ́n wá ṣe hàn àyín dẹ̀rẹ́kẹ́. Egi orí ọdún tó gbà ṣojú ọdún rẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́ kàlíòjì ìgbẹ́dọ̀ bó ọnú ẹ̀ ìgbẹ́dọ̀ bó ọnú pò wo aṣálẹ̀ ní ọ̀nà tó ti ogun náà dán tó wà ṣe òjò ọdún rẹ̀ wo aṣálẹ̀. Wo máa ṣálẹ̀ ìgbà tirẹ̀ àwa tún nẹ̀ ṣe o àwa tún ṣe o ọ̀nà tó gbà tiẹ̀ ṣí bó ṣálẹ̀ tó yẹ dúró ká gbógbárè àfẹ́gídúgùn rẹ̀ dó rọ́ tẹ́ ká gbógbárè. Tẹ́rẹ̀ ké ọ̀nà tó ṣì gbàtì òun wá gbùpò rẹ̀ wá ṣiṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tán wá ṣe tán kúrò lẹ́sì tá a ṣe tòrò tẹ́rẹ̀ wẹ́wẹ́ agbọ́dọ̀ kan lé òjì gbà pé wúwẹ̀ rẹ̀ láti ṣàlẹ̀kùn náà. Àbọ̀bọ̀ wí náà tó jẹ́ kí òun àjẹnẹ ayọ̀lọ̀ gbọ́ tẹ́rẹ̀ ntùmọ́tẹ̀ fọ̀tìwé máa gbóhùn ìbò gbàdá fọ́ kékeré lójúlọ yẹnẹ pétépété tó ń ti bàbá náà fọ̀ níbowe efẹ́gídówé tí ó kà kúrò kàkìtì tí ó kéjì kéde lẹ́fù. Last November, the body that was then on was dissolved and a caretaker committee was constituted to midwife a new body. And while this committee was working to get this done, new obstacles were continuing to crop up. And of course, they were working hard, but time had passed. He had expected that by February of this year, they would have concluded their work. But in view of the obstacles they were coping with and addressing, it has become so prolonged. However, it's got to a point where he said he cannot allow for this midwifing body to keep running like an autopilot. It must come to an end where the proper thing should take off. Part of the controversy was the age limit of who should serve in the body. He had said no one should be there. By the time one is 40 years, you are already no longer a youth. It is time for you to move on. However, in order for him to be sufficiently accommodating, it's agreed then that someone could go in at age 37. And when you add 4 years, the tenure of 4 years to 37, that will be 41 years. It still doesn't want anybody to be there at year 41, at age 41. Therefore, when you have entered in, the December of your 40th year, you must leave. Even if the 4 years tenure had not been completed. Whatever is left of the 4-year term, your vice will take over and complete it. And it's also said that that will even make room for several others who are available, because there are many of you who are capable and who should also be given the opportunity to be available and contribute your portion. Furthermore, it is not only when you are elected into office that you can participate, whether you are in or out of office, but work in such a way that those who are in office, they are being supported by you, your effort to make them succeed more easily. not to antagonize, destabilize, and make it difficult for them to perform. Because, you know, this is what has been happening. Some people will be put in place. Those who feel they should have been there, they will not allow them to work. They will keep bringing all kinds of problems so that they will not perform. That should not happen. Play your part, complementary part that will make those who are there to function effectively. Towards the end of last year, we specifically took a position about this age limit, and this is what I have explained. There have been many speculations about what OGIAME had in mind when he decided to address you today. A lot of speculations. But make no mistake, OGIAME has no hidden agenda. OGIAME is not leading you in a blind alley. Today is saying that the committee has worked, they have worked long enough. It is time to now move on to the next stage. The interpretation of this instruction may be generated by people to create undue tension. There should be no tension. OGIAME has no other agenda but to see that the youth function effectively. They use the platform that is provided both for them to get trained for higher responsibilities as well as to play their role, the role that they are fitted for. Because we need all of that so that we can go on and achieve a great deal more for our people. Of course, we know the different bodies that have come and gone, different versions that have come. Like you had the Warri Social, IMNC under Daniel Reniju, under David Tonwe, under Ismail Awani, and then Wayne Agbatairo. Those are eras that have played their role and gone. As we see, our youth body has evolved over 4 decades due to various situations and circumstances. Today, the situations are different. The challenges are unique, and we must address them in that context. So, we must have a structure that answers to this. Everything OGIAME does is meant to be with the best intention and consideration. That is what he has at heart. There are many variations, like he has already said, there are many variations of IYFC. Native Youth Council, National Youth Council, National Youth Congress. It has become apparent that in trying to rebuild and rebrand our youth body, the IYFC has now to be general, to have a name that is not confusing, and must have a flavor that reflects what the mood is for the moment. Today, we throw out the bad bath water that have been in the past, but without throwing out the baby. You understand that? Throw out the bad water from the bath, but don't throw out the baby. That is what he is doing. So, it is therefore Ugbarajo Ishekiri youth. And of course, make no mistake, this is OGIAME's responsibility. OGIAME reigns over the entire Iwere people. Young or old, male or female, wherever they may be, OGIAME is on top of it all. Therefore, what he does, what he is doing, is for the sake of all and sundry. Time is of essence. Alati burera baba dosama baodiye. Time is of essence. The burning issue, therefore, is that he is given 1 week to the committee to round up, such that by the end of this month, which is in a week's time, they will conclude their work, and their work will come to an end. A week from today is 30th August. Therefore, dear committee, be up and doing to round up, so that the new body that will be in place will start from September 1 this year. And by that September 1 this year, you will present the new people to His Majesty. For him to bless, and for him to ensure that you are working and are going on accurately. Of course, it should be understood there is never a time when we shall finish all the work at once. But as we go on, as it is now, whatever needs to be adjusted, OGIAME will give the word. He will give the command. But know that you are doing this according to the tenor he has now given. 1 week from today, today is Saturday 23rd, 1 week from today, you will finish this work, present the new group of people, bearing in mind age 37. Age 37. There is no going back on that. And all that you have done, package it together and bring them before him, so that by the 1st of September of this year, she don't know what he was explaining. The age 37. Age 38 can also come. But, listen. Whether age 37 or age 38, the December of the year where you are year 40, you must leave. Is that clear? Whether you enter at age 37 or at age 38. Listen. Whether you enter at age 37 or age 38, by the December of the year when you turn 40, you must leave. So that by the January of when you were 40, your deputy or your vice takes over and you cease to be. This, therefore, is for your information as well as for the mandate of the committee, so that as they put it together, it has to be on that basis. So finally, please listen, finally, OGIAME expects that, as it was said earlier on, whether you are in and out of office, the fire of the development, peaceful development of Ishekiri should burn inside of you. Now, this does not mean you should be working against those who are constituted. Walk along with them. So that even when you are 40 and you are no longer bearing that office, let it not be that you will say, if the house fall, make it fall. Don't ever do that. Still give your best in support of those who are there. Because when they succeed, you also succeed. When they succeed, the whole nation succeeds. Have that spirit in us. We keep saying it. Is that not what we say? You do not be in one boat and you overtake one another. Where are you going? It's the one boat. And the Ishekiri doesn't have two boats. Do we? No. We have only one boat. And we have only one captain. And who is he? So let us therefore go on in this spirit. Again, OGIAME has no favorites or others that are not favorites. All are his children. Only be determined not to be a spoiler. Be determined to contribute. Contribute your quota. So that whoever is there, work for him to succeed. Because when he succeeds, you succeed, because all of us will succeed together. So, OGIAME blesses you. And OGIAME prays that God will bless you and prosper you. That as this next stage is going on now, come September 1, 2025, a new platform will be established. A blessed platform will be established. And all of us will be part of it. Work for it. And God will bless it. Several of the problems that have been highlighted in the presentations here, many of you may not know how tirelessly OGIAME has been working. A lot of things are going on, but be rest assured, this ship will not go astray. Be rest assured, this ship will not go aground. Be rest assured, this ship will not miss its harbor. Because God leads OGIAME, and OGIAME is leading the way. Let us all queue behind him and follow him. It will be well with us. OGIAME.
Flower jadede mokianga ubowe nonuwe ni ishikale flower ja to mi ni laju eyiwe nonuwe we ni rakira norige yiwe sisibe akigbe ne gbogbo oruko flower ja teneka je kitikiti koko o le si nonuwe ku onuwe gbare oruko tenewa je nweshi gbarajo Ishekiri youth Ore yiwe Congress we láti adopt orúkọ we tẹ́rẹ̀ mo wá bírọ̀ ẹ̀nà ewé dèrè tó bówé ẹ̀nà foríjẹ́ ní orúkọ títàn we
ẹnà tó bó dédé ànáfọ ìjọ ẹnà ọkọ títàn wé ẹnà tó bó dédé ànáfọ ìjọ ẹnà ọkọ títàn wé kónú ẹgbàre ògbàjọ ìfúláwàjà òun ṣì ìṣẹkiri ògbàràjọ ìṣẹkiri youth ìwé ẹsì tẹnẹ ya ṣàtàwé ẹnẹ wá yí díẹ gbàmújọrọkọwé ajámọkíá o.
Then I take closing prayer. Then I take closing prayer.
We work with more signal. Okay. Eye contact. So when you're there, without they talk.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. That's what I mean. Who they hold this one?